Hello everyone. Today I want to share a story with you. It's a story about a boy from a small village who discovered something powerful, the power of focus. By the end of this story, you will see how staying focused can change your life. There was a small, peaceful village. Green fields, warm sunshine, and simple people. In this village lived a boy named Raghav. Raghav was smart, hardworking, and honest. But his life was tough. He lived with his mother, and every single morning, before the sun even came up, he was already out working in the fields. He dug the soil, watered the plants, and worked until he was completely tired. Only after finishing all his work would he come home, clean up, and study for a little while. He loved studying. Everyone in the village believed he would pass his 12th grade exams with top marks, and Raghav tried his absolute best. But when the results came, something went wrong. Raghav failed one subject. It felt like the ground had disappeared from under his feet. But the failure itself wasn't the hardest part. The hardest part was the people around him. Every time Raghav walked through the village, people whispered and laughed. Look at him. The so-called smart boy couldn't even pass one subject. Those words hurt deeply. Raghav stayed quiet, but inside his heart was in pieces. One evening, after a long and exhausting day, Raghav went to see his teacher, Teacher Karim. He was an old man with a soft voice and gentle eyes. Raghav stood in front of him and said quietly, "Teacher, every day when I walk to the fields, people laugh at me and say hurtful things. I can't take it anymore." The teacher listened carefully. Then he said, "Raghav, tomorrow morning I want you to do one thing." "What is it, teacher?" Raghav asked. "Take a large pot, fill it completely with milk, then walk the same path through the village. But remember, not even one single drop should fall." Raghav was confused. Why would his teacher ask him to do something so strange? But he trusted his teacher, so he agreed. The next morning, the sun rose slowly. Birds began to sing. The village started waking up. Raghav filled a big pot with fresh milk right to the very top. He held it carefully with both hands and stepped outside. Every step felt risky. One small shake and the milk would spill. So Raghav kept his eyes completely fixed on the pot. His hands were steady. His breathing was slow and calm. As he walked, the villagers came out again. Some whispered. Some laughed. Some stared with judgment. But something was different this time. Raghav couldn't hear any of it. His eyes were on the milk. His mind was on the pot. The whole world around him became blurry and quiet. The laughing sounded far away, like an echo from another place. The only thing that felt real was the pot in his hands. He reached the fields. He looked down. Not a single drop had fallen. He walked back to his teacher with a calm smile. "Teacher," he said, "I was so focused on the pot that I didn't hear anything the whole way." The teacher smiled warmly and said, "That is exactly the lesson I wanted to teach you. When you truly focus on your work, your goals and your dreams, other people's words lose their power. Their noise fades away." Just like today, something shifted inside Raghav that day. A quiet strength, a new kind of peace. From that day forward, he stopped giving attention to what others said. He studied harder than ever. He worked in the fields with a calm heart. He walked with his head held high, because now he understood the secret. When your mind is truly focused, the noise around you disappears. He realized that all this time, he had been listening to the villagers more than listening to himself. But when he carried that pot of milk, he felt something he had never felt before. A focused mind is untouchable. Raghav prepared for his exams again. Day by day, his confidence came back. His fear melted away. The village hadn't changed, but Raghav had, and that made all the difference. One morning, he stood watching the sunrise. The golden light fell on his face, and he smiled because he finally understood. When you focus on your goal, everything negative becomes a blur. Just like how a camera blurs the background to make the main subject clear. That is the real power of focus. So the next time someone's words hurt you, the next time you feel doubt or pressure or sadness, remember, Raghav, take a deep breath. Pick up your pot of milk, your goal, your dream, and hold it steady. Stay focused, stay strong, and let everything else fade away.